We just gonna keep it real. Out here, what it is, man. One of the realest. You understand me? One of the realest to do it, to persevere, be determined in this shit, man. But we just gonna come out here and just get real, and we just gonna spill game. You know how it is, man. We just always spill game out here. But we just gonna get into just all of these distractions. I want to focus on the man and the women gender war and all this bullshit. 'Cause this shit crazy as hell. To me, I ain't even gonna hold you because to me, all this shit really don't make no sense. We just came into this world. They just gave us a whole bunch of motherfucking problems to deal with. Anything you can do, I can do better. No, yes, you can. No, you can. All this shit. So we just been dealing with this shit for so many generations. I just wanna bring to a lot of people attention that you understand me, like that shit ain't where it's at. It ain't where it's at. Where it ain't where we need to be at as a people. You feel me? Especially me and my people, man. We done went through so much shit in this motherfucking world, as far as gentrification. You know what I'm saying? They coming through with the crack epidemic and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the three strikes law out here. You did what I'm saying? When we can go all the way back into as soon as we got out of post slavery and shit like that, and they putting a curfew out on motherfuckers. You just now getting your freedom, and they just slide a curfew out on your ass, and now you just got it. It just all around the board. These niggas just always been treating us like little ass kids. You know what I'm saying? But it's really crazy because the people that can really make a change in this world, this society, globally, universally. You know what I'm saying? It's always just the hardest tasks, challenges in life, and obstacles for these specific individuals. And it's a beautiful journey and a story. It's a warrior's journey. It's definitely a warrior story. You know what I'm saying? No, some Hercules shit. Finish these trials, become a hero, all that good shit, man. Some real good Greek mythology, real fast. But at the end of the day, it's just it's a lot of these good little folk tales, folk stories, mythology. But far as just living this life and working to be able to be at a point where you can make a change, influence, impact, and awaken and activate a lot of spirits and souls out here in this world, it's a beautiful motherfucking thing because at the end of the day, you got these motherfuckers out here, you know, it's funny really to believe that, the society is not really funny, but you can really kind of just really see it from a higher standpoint. Like, okay, you see that all of the people that's really going with the society, as far as the sheeps or the cattle getting put into the slaughterhouse, these motherfuckers really not a threat. They not intimidating the society or the system. So a lot of motherfuckers just be letting niggas live. They be letting niggas breathe, man. Like just letting them do what they want to do because we know like shit, man, you ain't finna do nothing to this shit. You ain't finna stop what we got going. We ain't finna stop none of this shit. So I just truly love it because at the end of the day, we come into a situation where we truly do understand everything that we really, having to face, and it's a beautiful journey. But, I just want to talk about the men and the women because at the end of the day, we have to figure out, why is this conversation so important? This conversation is very important because you don't have no family starting without the man or the woman. You did what I'm saying. I know where the world is going, LGBT community, but what I'm as far as talking about is procreation. And I'm talking about the advancement in the continuation of mankind, society, and the human race. You dig what I'm saying? So this is where I'm going at with it. We're not really trying to get real political with these conversations right the fuck now. We just gonna get real biological with this shit. This is straight biological talk right now, real game, all the preferences. It ain't really about that situation right now. But what I'm saying is, as far as just like, the disenfranchisement, even if you want to piggyback off of what I just said, as far as just, the LGBT community, how that's being forefronted and that motherfucker don't got no resistance and there's no hate over there. But we just gonna motherfucking bring it to the surface and bring it to, the people's attention, where you have to understand, okay, we're gonna have to ask questions. Why is you fucking with this? Why is you not fucking with that? Why is this good and why is that bad? Why is this a solution? Why is that a problem? So we're gonna get to the situation down to the fact we all know why, as far as the LGBT community and the family system, as far as the man and the woman is a problem, and one is seen as good because one is seen, it's not really dire to humanity. The continuation of humanity in existence is not really like an extinction type of conversation or problem. So it's just like, all right, my nigga, fuck it. So we just gonna have a real lenient conversation about a lenient situation about purposes and fun and, sexual purposes. So it's just like, all right, that's cool. But on the other side, we talking about family unit support. Far as a group of individuals, that has been living a specific way, where biology is saying that if we gather a woman and we gather a man, then this can create life. If you have another woman, that doesn't create life, is like an error. Like, say we playing a video game and we on some RPG shit, and we trying to craft something right now, and we got to figure out the elements and the components we need together to basically craft something. And to craft another human being, we all know, the equation to this. So now, when we come down to this serious equation, to the only way that we can procreate and we can, put life out here is this man and this woman. There's no real question that there's so many problems in that dynamic, in that system, in that aspect of life, where they want to create a lot of confusion, division, and a lot of, just, I would say, meaningless bickering, unnecessary bickering about, value, worth, what you bring to the table. When we all humans, we are able to be the table, in a sense. We are able to ultimately become a table, and we can ultimately help and assist whoever the fuck we decide we want to help and assist. That's all our choice as humans and miniature gods, miniature universes, miniature gods and goddesses walking around altering this universe with our mind. How we think and we create. As soon as we think and we create, as far as just, just imagination and all of this power. So, us being miniature gods, we have the decisions to be benevolent or malevolent, and we all make these decisions. We can be an angel, or we can be a devil in a person's life. We can give a person a blessing, or we can basically, take away one of their prized blessings and possessions. So it's at this end of the day, it's that aspect of life, understanding your abilities, your godhood, and then understanding, the aspects of how they're trying to alter our minds and beings, and our focus and attention on basically bickering and being in conflict with the man and the woman, is basically manifesting a whole just lifestyle and a experience in the simulation that everybody is not fucking with. Like, everybody is like, man, this shit bullshit, and we just need to get to a point of an understanding of just humanity first, and stop dividing far as sexes. I feel like we gotta simplify, and we really gotta truly educate ourselves on what the fuck we are. Like, a lot of people going around saying a lot of 1900s biases, stereotypes, and, education information that was put out. All it was just propaganda information. It was propaganda information to basically have a certain agenda. As an agenda information, agenda education. It's really not true education about real science, biology, and who the fuck we are as people. So it's just like, first we gotta understand who we are, to understand the similarities, and what contrasts, what basically oppose us to each other, to understand and appreciate each other, to understand, okay, that we all can do this, but, I can't live without this, and that's what she has, or I can't live without this, and that's what he embodies, or he imbues, or he exudes. Well, look at them words I'm just throwing out there, that's sexy. But, all of these, things that people just as far as just are in a sense, you know what I'm saying? When we are in a sense, we have to understand it first, and then once we truly understand it, I feel like all of the bickering is going to really fuse, that is going to dwindle down, because we going to get to a standpoint of understanding in a heart space where we are appreciating, we're cherishing, and we're honoring the feminine. You know what I'm saying? I love the feminine. I love the woman. You know what I'm saying? It's a travesty what has happened to me in my life, because I have to be very intuitive and intentional about the love that I show to a lot of things that I love, based off of the gang stalking, the harassment, the MK Ultra programming, to basically get a lot of the light workers on dark paths and get them off of their light paths. Long story short, and to get them ingratiated and indoctrinated into a way of thinking and a way of life, and where a lot of people have just basically put this character and label on you, where you're trying to defend that and you're not actually trying to make a change in this universe. So it's just really distraction. So it's a travesty that was what's happening to me, because I truly do love the feminine. And now I'm at a standpoint in a place where I have to, basically de-escalate all of the chaos and conflict people have started in my life with the specific feminine, to let her know that, she can basically, uh, you know, disable her defense mechanisms and be calm, cool, collected, and trusting in my energy. And that is one of the hardest goddamn challenges I have been on since they have started everything with my life. But all of this stalking and harassment, that's one of the challenges things, and that's one of the most heartbreaking things, because it wasn't really all of those obstacles and hoops I had to jump through with the feminine. Ultimately, she could just feel my energy. She was the skeptical. There's a lot of skepticism now. There's a lot of investigation now on if I am genuine, and there's a lot of those hoops I gotta jump through that I ultimately didn't have to jump through. You ultimately do have to jump through them initially, just as far as just getting through a person representation, but it's not at this motherfucking capacity and severity to the point where I'm dealing with all of this and I'm just mind bottled, because you know. It's basically making it harder for me to get the love, transfer the love, to basically commute to deliver the love to the vessel in the destination I'm trying to basically get it to. It's like a motherfucker. We playing darts and somebody got a blockage in front of the target. You can't hit the target. You can't get your dart to you can't get the energy. You can't make a contact. You can't make an attachment. You can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's real hard. It's real hard. But at the end of the day, I understand the universe. So at that standpoint, when you get put up in a situation like that, you no longer can force things. You can't force the connection. You can't force the attachment. You can't force the deliverance of your energy. You just, if she can receive it, if she allows it, so forth and so forth, then so be it. And you have to cherish it. You have to honor and appreciate her ability to even do those things. Far as the circumstances that you are in, far as the specific situation. So you have to appreciate her ability, her frequency, and her vibration to even see through the BS. Long story short, is what I'm saying. And be able to receive and access and allow you to love on her. So it's just, that's one of the most annoying and irritating things, is because I have to do all of these hoops and all of these things just to showcase love, and just basically, long story short, just be who I am. Just be me. You know what I'm saying? You have to, all these defense mechanisms, all this skepticism, all of these, just being defensive in my energy, expecting negativity, expecting um, a negative outcome or experience or encounter So a lot of the things already ultimately gonna go negative because like I said, you can think it, you can manifest it, you can imagine it, you can manifest it, and it gives it power in the physical. So as these people, you know, man or woman, I'm encountering, and you going through with this gang stalking and harassment. We going on to a whole nother conversation. My apologies. We still on the man and woman, but at the end of the day, you dealing with this MK Ultra program, and just far as just want to piggyback and just do a pit stop for all my light workers. That's just inspiring to basically raise that vibration frequency to make it changes in this world. You will meet resistance because no deed goes unpunished. So good deeds and bad deeds will go punished, and people will try to meet you with a resistance. So at the end of the day, as you meet that resistance, it will be harder to gain and access certain things that you was accessing before this vibration increase, before this uplifting process and this awakening. You will go through way more of a resistance to access the most minuscule motherfucking type of situations and self-esteem boost that you used to gain throughout the world because you meet a lot of resistance, skepticism, uh, people is being defensive. So all of that, now you meet a new uh, obstacles that you have to now learn how to figure out. These are new problems, these is new situations, these is new experiments, these is new simulations, these is new environments that you're unfamiliar with, and you have to get familiar with them to basically continue to access and basically experience um, the things that you once loved, and that you don't want to basically just say to hell with it. They made it harder, they made it more challenging, and I don't want to be challenged to access the things that I used to access or the things that was given to me. Um, so I would rather not face the challenge, or I would rather not go on this whole little contest or this competition to see if I'm worthy or not. I just rather do without it. And I understand that aspect, but me personally, I just love the feminine. So me personally, it's just like that aspect, like man, shit, nigga want that family, you want that love, you want that companionship, you want all of that, and you gonna be honest with it. You gonna stand up for it, you gonna defend it with all your heart. You understand me? You willing to die about it. If a nigga want to say something about you desiring to have a family, you damn near willing to squabble that nigga up and beat his ass just to show him that he just, an imbecile and he a degenerate for even laughing at you for desiring something that is hard to obtain, because if it was easy to obtain, everybody would have that. So at that aspect and that point of what I'm saying, you feel me, of all of that debauchery, as far as just the man and woman, we're at a point with this shit, man. It's like we gotta stand up for love. We gotta stand up for self. We gotta stand up for what we want truly in our hearts, genuinely. Not what we peer pressure to feel or think by no friends. People bullying you into feeling like you soft, you a simp, you a pick me. All of this new terminology of the 2005 post 2015, you know, 2015 and we can say 2018, 2020 when they ushering in all of this just desensitized, disconnected energy to the point where don't nobody even want to love, and people thinking it's funny to even make fun of people wanting to love. Man, I was young watching my elders be in the love 20, 30, 40-year relationships. We at the family Thanksgiving and things of that nature, whatever the case may be. And we asking these people, how do you stay together? Right? This is the components and the values and the morals we was built upon. And now feel like everybody feel like they justified to change it and to make a mockery of these things, and to basically humiliate anybody that desires that. So if once you get put up in an environment like that, then you know that this is all weaponized. This is not all a coinky dink. This is not a coincidence. This is a weaponized, and they're trying to basically get people to be afraid to openly love your friends, openly love your family, openly love your woman, your spouse. Once we get into this LGBT community, because I don't really downplay that. A lot of people be kind of shocked that I don't downplay that. But I'm just into this life experience. You just here to live your experience. Do what the fuck you want to do, unless it's hurting somebody else. And that's just the way I live. That's just the way. I truly believe this shit. I'm not fucking God. I don't, yes, we like I say, the biological equation to procreate and make life, but that don't mean that you're a good or bad person. That's how the fuck I, basically simplify and do my equations. You dig? I do my mathematics. You know what I'm saying? You dig? Okay, yeah, we can get to the standpoint where we understand that the equation to procreate life is a man and woman. But I'm not into the business of motherfucking demonizing and villainizing people for preferences and what the fuck they enjoy. Me personally, that's not what the fuck I'm into. So that's just me. And to each his own. I understand it. I understand what they did to my people. I understand the bug breaking. I understand people basically making you go against your morals and your values and your codes, telling you to bend over or to tell you to basically do certain things, sexual favors, to basically uh, defile yourself, basically to gain favors and riches and fortune. I understand this whole game, and I understand why people can, you feel me, refrain from even talking about specific topics like that, because we understand that specific people in powerful positions that love to even alter the masculine principle in energy in that aspect to sexually humiliate them. As far as people, it's a difference between if you prefer that, but then when we go into these entertainment or these careers where they're paying top dollar, and we hear so many phenomenons of casting couches, we hear so many phenomenons of the door that's these doors that's closed, and what to do to get in these doors, and what people have to do, and basically just go against their own morals and shit, man. And it's yeah, we understand that, but I don't like to, you know, I don't like to get carried away with all of this knowledge. We got this knowledge, but we're not finna get opinionated with all of this BS. But what I'm saying is, teachers on, you do what you do. But when it comes down to the family and the man and the woman, put respect on that. Support that. Just as you ask, as a person, support your preferences, support another person's preference, and being into a heterosexual relationship, procreating life, and having a mini them, a miniature them. You know what I'm saying? A little mini version of them. You know what I'm saying? To have an extension of themselves into this world, feeling as though as they are not, their whole lineage and their existence doesn't die with them. It can live through them, and not only they can live on through this world, but their ancestors can live on through this world, because we carry a lot of energy from our ancestors and through our ancestors. Like, far as example, your mom probably carried energy from her great grandma, and the great grandma energy is within your mom. You probably carry energy within your mom. So now you carry energy within your great grandma. So your great grandma is still living vicariously through her descendants. Long story short, so now if your great grandmother never procreated, then her existence basically dies with her, and she don't live through her descendants. Or, I'm cold as hell. I need to put on this motherfucking heater. Hold on. You got this shit going? Yeah, get it populating, get it percolating. So you got your you got your grandmother living through basically everybody, and now ultimately it's gonna be your turn. And all of this accumulated energy throughout the world, throughout the life, throughout her life, throughout your life, it all means something. They say, like the famous phrase, like the famous saying, do research on where you was at to know where you're going. And if you feel like I'm going too slow personally, speed the playback, speed up, so you feel me, you can get this game faster. So it can really hit that pineal gland. So at the end of the day, that's just how I'm coming with a lot of situations, and it's just like we just need to stand up. We just need to stand up for ourselves, for love, what we know is true. You know, don't let people convince us that that is a it's the lesser trade off. You getting the shorter end of the stick by being loyal, by being committed, by being devoted, by being invested into another being in a relationship that can give you happiness, joy, life. Yeah, a woman and a man can preach life and give you more energy in life to the point where when we talk about preach life into you, give you positive energy to the point where you can go out into the world and conquer your dreams and your aspirations. You know what I'm saying? Preach life into you and make you feel like you're qualified and to do the things that you desire to do, and don't feel like make you feel like you're unqualified, or you don't meet the requirements and so forth and so forth, because all of those things is just societal motherfucking standards that was put on us to make us feel like we have to have certain things or obtain certain things or perform in a specific way, to feel like we deserve a certain amount of money. But at the end of the day, we're all children of the Most High. We all deserve a certain amount of uh, comfortability, and to be worry free to a certain extent. And but then that conversation goes into your sacrifice and the work that you put out into this world. And I feel like we got to put out a lot of sacrifice and a lot of work into the aspect of men and women, and we have to be sacrificial lambs in a sense, and don't care about how we're painted or portrayed or conveyed in the eyes and the verbalizations of others, how they want to communicate, how we want to stand together, how we want to be a family unit, how we want to be loving, how we want to be devoted, and how we want to openly showcase and publicly showcase those emotions, and not intuitively, intentionally focus about how it will be seen. So it's like, okay, I will be loving to my woman, but I'm gonna do it in a specific way where they can't say it's this or it's that. Nah, fuck that. We just gonna denounce all of that shit and just do what the fuck you want to do, nigga. Don't give a fuck how these niggas say it. Fuck them niggas. You understand me? Fuck any and everybody that ain't with this shit. You understand me? If you ain't with me loving my wife, if you ain't with me loving my husband type shit, then fuck off, nigga. On Jesus Christ, nigga, and die slow type shit, nigga. Cause you a motherfucking miserable ass entity energy, and you just preaching out misery. You did what I'm saying? That's how the fuck we need to come with this shit. Like, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Jesus Christ, you mad because nigga, I want to showcase love how I want to showcase, and I don't want to give a fuck how it's conveyed, nigga. On Jesus Christ, as long as she can understand that this is love, as long as she can understand that this is not manipulation tactics to basically have her under submission to what the fuck I'm giving to her, and she understands that this is genuine, then nigga, fuck you, nigga. Jesus Christ, nigga. And we both, man, me and her gotta understand that this come from a genuine place, and I just want to see her happy. So to see her living, I want to see her content. I want to see her motherfucking eating, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? As far as nigga life, nigga, I want her to fucking exist, boy. So I'm a feeder, stupid ass nigga. Real talk, I don't want her to die, nigga. Is you stupid? You understand me? So you do whatever the fuck you want to do in this life and say fuck these niggas. Jesus Christ, nigga. Once you really understand that this shit is not a problem and it's actually good. Once you know that this is actually good, you understand? My son seen me do this, so now he getting good notes to see how to be with the feminine. My daughter seen this, so now she getting good notes on how to be with the masculine. This shit is actually good, nigga. So once you start to know, you understand, you got knowledge. This ain't opinionated about this shit good. No, nigga, this is knowledge about this shit. I know this shit is good. Nigga, I'm standing on this shit. I'm dying about this shit, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Not playing. So that's just how we going. That's how we need to come with this shit. Cause these niggas playing, they making jokes, and that shit ain't even fucking funny, nigga. Cause niggas over here, we been going through shit. You know, I just speaking for me and my people post slavery. We been not really understanding our motherfucking struggles, and we been fucked up to each other, nigga. And I just want to get to a standpoint where we openly loving, and we not giving a fuck about how people feel about just we being loving to each other for just black people. I need to get to a standpoint where we motherfucking braggadocious about openly loving each other. We ain't with the little, we know it's beggars, we know it's leech ass motherfuckers, we know it's motherfucking vampiric ass, leech ass, parasitic ass people that want to come around and leech off love, leech off your understanding, leech off your contentness, your patience, and everything. We understand that, but we talking about once you understand and you gain the ability of discernment. You gain the ability of discernment, and you know who deserves what, and you feel like, okay, this person deserves this, and they worthy of this, and they're not finna basically to appreciate and basically not cherish what I give them. They actually gonna honor it. Then I'ma openly do this shit with nigga with no mother, bro. I don't care about what nobody see, cause nigga, I know that they deserve it, and they gonna cherish it. So nigga, why not? I'm gonna go full throttle with it, nigga. And this is my people, and I want to help my people. And we ain't never really got to a standpoint where we had 70% of people really down with this unity shit. Well, I ain't gonna say never ever, my nigga, but god damn, that shit was far as hell ago. That shit long as hell ago. Like, man, come on, man, we need this shit right now. You understand me? Got all this money, got all these, you know, these opportunities to make so much dough, and we bickering and we just fighting amongst each other, man. And it's within all races. Going to the Asian community, them niggas been fighting for dynasties, nigga. Going to the European motherfucking culture and the goddamn history, nigga. Them niggas been fighting for motherfucking generations and goddamn civilizations, nigga. Empires, nigga. And now we get to the fucking black people, man. This shit is going deep, nigga. Understand me? To the disenfranchisement, to the gentrification, to the train of my people from every the fuck where. We don't know where the fuck we from. And then you got African people getting into the trade, training their own people, but everybody not from Africa. Then you get some Africans coming over here messing with the indigenous and African American, Afro Americans. So now, like, nigga, we hella fucked up, nigga. Then we had the niggas from South America, Brazil, Mayans, Aztecs, and Incas and shit. Then everybody breeding into one. So it's just like, nigga, we all fucked up, nigga. Like, nigga, we don't understand none of this shit. And they ain't gonna tell us this shit. They ain't gonna tell us how deep it is. The motherfucking ancestry.com ain't really, man. This shit ain't, man. This shit fucked up, bro. This shit fucked up, nigga. I'm tired of all this shit, man. I'm tired of this stupid ass motherfucking. And at first, it just come down with the men and women. We don't even got to talk about no fucking race and all that shit, how they. But it's just like, my nigga, me personally, just my motherfucking gripe, nigga. My discrepancy with this shit is like, my nigga, black women loving as hell, nigga. They loving, bro. Real talk. Amplifiers, nigga. Multipliers, nigga. Amplify and multiply whatever the fuck you got when they mind screwed on straight, nigga. You can't, bro. Black women is the shit, man. So it's like, bro, I'm looking at the ability. I'm looking at what could be, nigga. And nigga, I'm cursed by it in a sense, cause I'm like, nigga, Queen Amarinas, Queen Azinga, Queen Khalifa. Like, what is we saying, bro? Feel me? The motherfucking goddamn Lady of Liberty was supposed to be after a black woman in shackles. Like, let's really keep this shit a stack. The black women been the shit. And I want her to be the shit, cause she the shit. And I want to love on the shit. I want to see the shit. Feel me? I want to be around the shit. You dig? Like, I want to, goddamn, this is the shit. Like, you feel me? I want to fuck with this shit. I want to be intimate with this shit. Like, what is you saying, folks? Like, nigga, it ain't no ranking system with this. That's just my opinion and my preference. Don't motherfucking come at me and shit like that, because I love my women and shit like that. But it's just like it's once you kind of stand for something, you gotta go and get some other shit. It's like, oh, I love my woman. Oh, you don't love other women. No, I love all women. It's just shit, nigga. It's just something about the thing that looks like me loving me. And I feel like that's a psychological conversation that we all need to talk about. is that we all look like each other. We all want to be accepted and loved on upon what looks like us, and the simple fact that we all look like each other. We share the same skin and certain like energy and cultures and traditions and things of that nature is really heartfelt, and it really hurt my nigga, because it's like on the psychological tip. I feel like you can kind of wrap your mind around, like, say, like, you go to India or some shit, y'all got whole different customs, traditions, and cultures. You ain't really tripping if a motherfucker like really ain't fucking with you. But like, say, like, you fuck with a motherfucker that got the same traditions, cultures, and customs as you, and you like, God damn, it's so much just division and conflict amongst each other. That shit real defeat, and I feel like, man, we know that we hurt each other. We know that we hurt each other. That's why we do it to each other, because we know how impactful and how hurtful it is to have our own people go against us. You know what I'm saying? How embarrassing it could be just on a psychological tip, far as like, you being in a race and your fucking whole race don't even fuck with you type shit. Or your race is giving you a problem or some shit. To the world, nigga, it's like, you a problem within your own race, nigga. Like, fuck is you saying? That's how everybody gonna take it. So it's like people in the sense unconsciously, unaware, like know what the fuck they're doing. In the sense they know the capacity, they know how it hurts, they know how it affects a certain individual. So that's why a lot of people, specifically within your race, they in whatever race you are in, they understand that if we come and bear arms against your ass, nigga, this shit will be very meaningful, not only in the eyes of our race, nigga, because we're all the same. So niggas up in our race gonna be like, nigga, what's up, nigga? Because they all saying the same shit. Then niggas in the other race gonna be like, what's up, nigga? Yo, niggas was talking about you like, nigga, you committed treason against your own people. Like, what's up with you, nigga? We ain't finna accept you over here because you a spy, you a double agent, you a yada 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 type shit. So this is how this shit go. This is how motherfucking America really treat niggas. This is how China really treat niggas. Like, niggas don't fuck around with this shit. But this is how this shit go. Like, even if a motherfucker was a Chinese spy and did it his own people, ain't nobody finna trust this nigga over here. Cause nigga, you did it your own people. So it's like, nigga, that shit really matters. So I just feel like on the psychological tip, we have to understand and give more time with, your own people in a sense. Love your people, give that sense of camaraderie with your people, in a sense, pride, nationality, but not too much with the division. To like, oh, my people and fuck everybody else, but it's just like, no, I love my people and I love people in general. I love my people and I love people in general. You know, so it's just like that whole aspect, man. Niggas ain't playing around, bro. Niggas ain't truly playing around, man. I just feel like, just far as when it comes down to the men and women, man, we just gotta stand up for this shit. We gotta stand up 38 minutes, 40 minutes. I'm finna kill this shit because this shit too long, man. You heard it from the realest West Coast. You did what I'm saying from the land, man. Gotta keep it real, gotta keep it chill every time. You did what I'm saying. Oh, wait.